Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Manny B Investing MPI, and we're going to be talking about Indigo Protocol. So on Facebook yesterday, I posted a post of Indigo token in the price at $3.10, and I said, wait for sub 250 to start your DCA. I'm going to break down this Facebook post of mine. I'm not going to show it to you, but I'm just going to read it to you. So this video is really for a person that I know in real life. They asked me a question. So Indigo Protocol is an application, it's a banking application on the Cardano blockchain. The Cardano token is really low right now in comparison to where it has been in the past. We've been hanging out above 30 cents for a very long time. So to see it drop back below 30 cents is a big deal. And why am I mentioning that? Because Cardano's is the native currency for the Cardano blockchain. ADA is the native currency for the Cardano blockchain, where Indigo Protocol is. That's where the application lives, on the Cardano blockchain. So that is the native currency for the application. Why is that important? Well, the token price fluctuates, and so does the native token price. So if you can kind of get into the situation where you can kind of game, so if the thing that so say for instance, you need a pump for water. So the water is cheap, right? It's free. The pump costs money. The water is free, but the pump costs money. Or let's not say the water's free. Let's say the water is really cheap, but the pump costs money. And something happens. You leverage. Okay, so if the pump breaks, there's no water. What happens to that water? Well, the water becomes more valuable to you. So there's this like scale. So you've got to like play. You've got to play with it and pay attention to it. Some people don't. Smart people do. But you can play this kind of game where you can stockpile Cardano at a low price, while say Indigo Protocol is like launching to the moon right now. We're at 7 on the day. We are 50 and 7 in the last 7 days. It's crazy. But with that price being so high, I'm not buying it. But what I can do is, because ADA swaps for Indigo, you can buy ADA since it's cheap and stockpile the ADA, maybe swap it to a stable, stake the stable, take rewards from that to offset your costs. So you can do a lot of stuff to offset your costs. I'm going to play it smart, and that's what I'm going to do. If you want to just go run out and buy Indigo token for $3.31, do your thing. You can do that. I've done it. I'm sure people do it all the time. But I'm going to say, be smart. Be smart and save as much money as you possibly can. Indigo's got a lot of hype, over 1,000 watch listed for a really small Cardano dApp that's less than a year old. 713 is the rank. That's high for a Cardano app. Cardano's changing. They're changing. The game is changing. But anyways, what are we talking about here? Wait for it to go below 250 before you start to do your DCA, because watch this. We've been buying here under this $2 line here. And look where it's been all year. All year, we've been doing this. We've been buying Indigo low all year. So don't come in the summer and buy it when it's up here. That makes no sense. That's stupid. So you're spending $3 a token when you could have been buying it for $1.29 a token back then, for under $2 a token for months. For months, you could have bought it for under $2 tokens. Don't come in today and start buying it at almost $4. That's dumb. So that's what my advice to you is going to be. It's going to be, wait for it to go below 250 before you start DCAing. Will it go below 250? I think so. There's potential where it might not, but I think so. I think it will go back below 250 at some point. And then people probably might be like, well, why won't you sell all your tokens and just wait? Well, there's a chance that might not happen. So what I did was I sold the amount of tokens that I was comfortable with, which was about 70 tokens. So I'm good with that. And I'm sitting there with the ADA. We'll make a decision on what we're going to do with that soon. I'll make a video on it. The do-it-yourself banking. But for right now, this is what it is. We're 8%. We're at 334. I wouldn't buy this. I mean, if you feel bullish on the project and you think they're going to the moon and you want to start your position today, okay, I would not recommend doing it. I wouldn't buy green days. I don't buy green days unless there's something special going on. And there is something special going on with another project, but I'll make a video on that. But for Indigo, it's looking good. I like it. Just because I'm saying sell or I'm saying buy, that doesn't change my love for the project or my game plan. This is just a part of my game plan. My game plan was to buy tokens low, sell tokens high, accumulating those tokens over a course of time. That's what my plan is, and that's what I'm going to do. My average cost of Indigo is really low. It's really low because especially now since I took those profits, really low. And I can sit on them and wait for the price to come back down and buy back in and end up with more and more tokens, which is what we have been doing. Because remember, we started with 50 tokens. Now we have 200. How many of those tokens are paid for? Almost all of them. That bag is almost free, people. I might go back and do the math on it. But we're moving forward, and I have something in store for you. Yeah, you're going to like it. So make sure you subscribe. So, pick up that sub 30 cent Cardano is another play that you can do, and hold on to it. Hold on to it. And when that goes back up, maybe swap back over using Indigo, because there's a swap feature, right? So you can swap that ADA or Indigo down the line when the prices are better. That's what I would probably do if I weren't in my situation right now. If I didn't have a plan and my plan started today, I would do that. I wouldn't buy INDY. I would buy Cardano. I would stack Cardano since the price is low. I would stake it. I would take those rewards. I would probably figure out something else, another play to get me back into some good APRs, such as maybe like IUSD stability pool, things like that. IUSD, IETH, IBTC, get some APR there. Accumulate. So I would stack Cardano. I would stake. I would take those rewards, and I would try to stake on Indigo as well with the tokens that I did have. Honestly, with the price of Indigo being as high as it is right now, honestly, I would probably sell off rewards. At 331, I've got about 10. So I got about $30 in rewards. I'm going to sell that off for IUSD. Maybe I stake it for even more interest, or maybe I purchase another token that I've been looking at. That's what's in the cards for me. I did get a direct question about how high I think Indigo is going to go. Well, interesting question. So first, when I analyze a project, I look at the tokenomics. So the market cap right now is under 20 million, which is, it's a really small market cap. Circulating supply is 5.3 million tokens out of the 35 million tokens that exist. These are unreleased. They will be released over a period of time. So you have to be careful. When are those tokens going to be released? What's going to happen when those tokens do get released? Well, I automatically always assume that when those tokens get released to the people that are entitled to them, they're gonna dump them. They're gonna sell them. Some might stake them, but that's just what it is. Their tokenomics are pretty good, so you don't really have to worry about like a bunch of tokens being dumped on our heads. But we do need to make sure that we pay attention to market. We need to make sure that we're paying attention to volume, the trading of this token. So we're on Tap Tools right now looking at INDY. We're up right now. It's saying 5%, 331. Volume, daily volume, $205,000. Is that typical? Do we do research? What's typical? What's the typical volume on day to day on this project? What has it been like? And look at the trends. Like look at that volume. It's nothing, and then all of a sudden it starts increasing. increasing. And then meme coin season comes in and starts going crazy. But at some point, this section right here is going to calm down. What if it calms down to here? Where are those prices? Let's take the average of that. 260. Even that's high for me, but 260 makes more sense than 330. 330 is high. 330 is high because there's a lot of hype. There's a lot going on. And people, look, this guy sold some tokens. Sold, what? 886. Yeah, people are selling tokens. People are smart. It looks like people are taking profits. It does look like people are FOMO buying too. Though, like, look at that. Like, why would you buy 8 tokens? What are you doing? A lot of selling. 1,000, about 3,000. Yeah, people are selling. They're taking profits. There's a lot of buying. There's a lot of selling. There's a lot of big selling because people are taking profits. And as more and more people take profit. Look, somebody else, another sell. More and more people take profits. The sell pressure picks up and the price goes down. So I mostly just chill, hang out. Another token to watch out, ADA, AADA. This one's crazy. The $2 token. They're ripping like crazy, ripping down too. They ripped up, ripped down. $1.28 seems like, yeah, $2 is too much for me. I'm not going to touch that project, but that's neither here nor there. Let's get back to INDY. What do I think the price is going to get to? In the next 1-2 years, no one really knows what is going to happen. What I see with the current tokenomics, I think $10 is a good target, maximum target for the next couple of years. It could rip to $10 tomorrow. Honestly, it could. That's just the way the markets are. But if things stay where I think they're going to be, I see 10 as a good target for me. Does that mean that it's going to get to 10 this year? No. It just means in my head when I'm thinking $10 is that number that's going to make me really think about selling. Doing a big sell, maybe half the tokens. At that point, I will have more than 200 tokens, I'm sure. I had like a small goal of like 500. I know there's people that have like 3,000 tokens that I know. And they're just, 10 grand. And a lot of those people got wrecked. They're still in at profits because a lot of those people paid $350 for their tokens. But that's why it's all about getting those tokens for as little as possible. I might have a small token amount, but my investment in that token amount is minimal. My cash investment in Indigo, if I could take a guess right now, is probably like 20 cents a token. So that's what I'm looking at right now. So I don't want to buy. I don't want to buy $3. That's going to take my average way up. I'm waiting. I'm staking. I'm getting Indigo rewards, so I'm getting tokens for free. I've got almost 4 indies ready for me in IUSD to claim. I've got three tokens sitting in my INDY stake along with 33 ADA. I might sell that off and see what I'm working with, but I'll make a video, another video on that. So basically, in short, the question was how high do I think this is going to go? I see $10. What are my recommendations? I recommend DCAing, of course, and I recommend trying to get your average. Keep the average below 250. That's my recommendation. Try to keep your average below 250 and take profits when you can. So in moments like this, say your average is 250 and you get a $3.30 token, sell 20% of your bag, take those profits and sit on them, maybe even swap to IUSD, stake in the stability pool and earn more INDY tokens like I'm doing. That's a good play. But it's a little bit more risky because you're doubling down, you're going back in to the asset when you could sell it for profit and run away. But We really like Indigo. We really feel like it's going to perform really well in the next couple of years here, along with a few other Cardano projects like ADA, AADA, maybe Cherry. I see Blues taking off, Blue Shift. Really a big fan of Blue Shift. Going to start making videos on that. But this is what I have for you. I don't want to keep you here for like 20 minutes talking about this stuff. But Indigo protocol, Cardano mainnet, synthetic assets. We got stability pools, collateralized debt positions. It's a fun time, and it's a good way to make some serious APR on your staked investment. Thank you for checking out the channel. Make sure you hit that like, hit the share, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.